You're watching CBS 42. It's about time.
This is 42 News Plus, a complete look at news plus weather, sports, and Paul Harvey's commentary.
Reach for the stars on CBS and TV 42. This is Metro News with Hank Irwin, Phyllis Gilchrist, and Tom Whitley on sports.
And a very pleasant good evening to you folks. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you had a nice day today. Let me take just a moment to formally introduce myself. I'm Hank Irwin, and I'll be here every day with Phyllis and Tom at 5 o'clock.
This is WBMG Action News, Birmingham, with Steve Ross, Marianne Matthews, Julie Golden, AccuWeather, and Doug Bell with sports.
This is WBMG TV, Birmingham 42 in stereo. Birmingham's news for the 90s. Catherine G., Barbara Boulding, meteorologist Fred Barnhill, and Doug Bell's sports. This is WBMG Action News 42, Night Desk.
Domestic violence is pushing Birmingham's crime rate to one of the highest in the nation. Good evening, I'm Catherine G. And I'm Barbara Boulding.
News for the 90s. Barbara Boulding, Catherine G., Doug Bell Sports, and Fred Barnhill with weather. This is WBMG Action News 42, Night Desk. This is WBMG 42 News at 6 with Barbara Boulding.
Yesterday, several members of the Birmingham City Council joined a growing number of people opposing the Birmingham Barons' plans to fix up a baseball field and name it after Michael Jordan's late father.
This is 42 Daily News at 5. It's about time.
Check out this huge fire. This is 42 Daily News at 5. We will not be terrorized. Those words tonight from the owner of the New Woman All-Women's Health Care Clinic.
This is 42 Daily News at 5. It's about time.
Brittany Crawford's death led to sweeping changes at county DHR offices. This is 42 Daily News at 5. Thanks for joining us tonight. At this hour, civil rights activists from all across the country are in Birmingham.
This is 42 Daily News. It's about time.
A wild and crazy night in Birmingham. You're watching 42 Daily News. Good evening, everyone. An unnerving discovery.
And now, coverage continues on 42 Daily News at 5 with Sherry Jackson and David Lamb. 42 Daily News. It's about time. And now, coverage continues on 42 Daily News at 6 with Sherry Jackson and David Lamb. 42 Daily News. It's about time.
This is 42 Daily News at 10. We begin tonight with breaking news live.
This is News 42.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sherry Jackson.
And I'm David Lamb. Thanks for joining us tonight. A routine traffic stop turns into...
This is CBS 42 News at 10, now in HD.
In these days of layoffs and budget cuts, football tickets may seem like an extravagance.
Good evening. I'm Sherry Jackson.
And I'm Ken Lass. Is there a future for Birmingham's transit system, or has it reached the end of the line?
And a deadly college campus shooting in North Alabama spawns a lawsuit. Find out who is getting served.
I'm Mark Prater. Another cold front is headed through the state. We'll talk about that, as well as a quick hit of sprinkles. Much more in your forecast just ahead.
Auburn football coach Gene Chizik defending Nick Fairley today, plus TMZ, the FBI, and college football. The latest report on the investigation into the recruitment of Cam Newton tonight on CBS 42 News right now.
Stunning new developments in the Cam Newton investigation, one that is now being reported to have ties to an Alabama casino owner. Jim Dunaway, as you just heard, will have that story coming up in sports.
But first, good evening. I'm Sherry Jackson.
And I'm Ken Lass. Thank you for joining us tonight. A staggering statistic shines light on a growing problem across the area.
And it's going to take some people back to the good old days. We'll head out to the Shelby County Fair.
And I'm Mark Prater. We've got rain falling in our western counties, but will all of us see rain? I'll talk about that as well as what our week looks like and even the weekend just ahead.
Even the weekend. It's a big weekend in Tuscaloosa for football. Number 12 Arkansas visits number 2 Alabama. Last year the Hogs thought they let one get away. Hear what Nick Saban says about that on CBS 42 News right now.
A disturbing statistic growing at an alarming rate.
Thousands of Alabamians are living in poverty at a rate higher than the national average.
Tonight on CBS 42 News.
It's one of the last honors I present my fallen heroes with, is doing this.
Meet the men who make it their mission to honor our veterans in death. And why do we play taps? We'll introduce you to a man who treats the 24 notes with the utmost care. Then, the man who's doing God's work by collecting one can at a time.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Shannesty Myers. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Memorial Day is a time to remember.
Live from WIAT 42 News with coverage you can count on. Here's what's happening right now.
Alabama fans everywhere are celebrating. The Crimson Tide has captured its 16th national championship. From post-game to fan reaction, we have coverage you can count on.
And a heavily used parking deck in downtown is closed this morning. What you need to know if you work in that area.
Plus, find out why some looking to get tested for tuberculosis in West Alabama were turned away.
Wake up, Alabama. Today is Tuesday, January the 12th. It's 4:30 in the morning. Good morning. I'm Michael Oder.
And I'm Lee Garner. Thanks so much for joining us.
Live from WIAT 42 News with coverage you can count on. Here's what's happening right now.
Welcome to our news set here at WIAT 42 News. Good evening, everyone. I'm Trent Butler.
And I'm Sherry Jackson. We'll show you around in a few minutes. But first, we have breaking news.
In fact,
live from WIAT CBS 42 News, here's what's happening right now.
We begin tonight with breaking news on the arrest of a daycare worker. Hello, I'm Jim Dunaway.
I'm Sherry Jackson. According to officers, the woman was caught on camera shaking a child.
Good morning, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, and all of Central Alabama. You're watching the CBS 42 Morning News.
Welcome back. We are continuing to follow breaking news this morning.
Good afternoon, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, and all of Central Alabama. This is the CBS 42 News at noon.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Alex Finney in for Jamie Langley.
He's obviously not fit to be in the United States Senate.
More Republicans calling for Roy Moore to step aside. What will the Senate hopeful do?
The Roy Moore scandal continues. I'm Michael Clark, and I'll tell you why one former mall employee says he was told to be on the lookout for Roy Moore.
Plus, a disturbing case of animal abuse in West Alabama.
Doctors can keep tabs on patients with the first digital pill.
Live from CBS 42 News with local coverage you can count on. Here's what's happening right now.
Obviously, I've made a few people mad. I'm the only one that can unite Democrats and Republicans. Because I seem to be opposed by both.
Well, new details tonight as U.S. Senate candidate Roy Moore continues his race for Washington. He is battling allegations of sexual misconduct. Welcome in. I'm Jim Dunaway.
And I'm Lee Garner.
Live with local coverage you can count on. This is CBS 42 News at 6.
And welcome in this Saturday evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jack Royer.